Good day, Dr. Jamie A. Rillion, and to my fellow classmates, good day. I am Jonabel O. Valderrasa, the assigned reporter for the tools to assess the curriculum. Why are assessment strategies and tools important in assessing the curriculum? Assessment strategies are important because it can help you ensure the curriculum is effective and determine whether students are ready to move to the next level of study. Learning more about the different types of learning strategies may help you determine which are most effective to use in your classroom. Assessment strategies is used by the teacher to assess students' performance, and there are 7 tools in assessing the curriculum. And these are the paper and pencil strategy, performance-based strategy, reflective strategy, observational strategy, oral strategy, combination strategy, and personal communication strategy. Paper and pencil strategy. It is a traditional way of teacher in assessing students' performance. The examples are essay and select response. What is essay? Essay refers to a writing samples of a student in which is used to assess students' mastery of the concept, organizing ideas, and developing the critical thinking. It is also a paper and pencil assessment where a student constructs responses to a question, topic, or brief statement. Its characteristic. It measures a student ability and affords the student a chance to construct his or her own answers that shows creativity and originality. Teacher's role. The teacher uses professional judgment to develop the problem, question, or statement and the scoring of the final product. Select response is used to identify one correct answer, like for example the multiple choice, identification, and matching type. Its characteristic can be administered to a large number of students at the same time, can be scored very quickly. It is stated in clear, simple language. Its teachers' role are to identify the format, design the question, and select the content to be covered. And now, let's proceed to the second tool in assessing the curriculum, which is the performance-based strategy. It requires students to demonstrate, create, and produce. It is also an assessment which requires students to demonstrate a skill or proficiency by asking them to create, produce, or perform. These are the characteristics of performance-based strategy. First, it can be diagnostic, formative, or summative assessment. Second, it uses ongoing feedback and allows almost learner to participate successfully in varying degrees. Third, it focuses on the process as well as the product. Teacher's role. First, it observes students or group of students performing a specific task. Second, shares with the student the responsibility of developing and organizing the performance tasks and setting assessment criteria. Reflective strategy. It is a self-assessment wherein students reflect with their own. It also leads students to a greater awareness and understanding of himself or herself as a learner. Characteristic. Promotes the development of metacognitive ability. Is used to determine if a student's belief about his or her performance correspond to the actual performance observed by the teacher. Teacher's role. It guides the student by helping students understand how to reflect on learning and design the question or select the assessment tool. Now, let's proceed to the fourth tool of assessing the curriculum, which is the observational strategy. It refers to the behavior of the students which the teacher used to assess while working or having a task inside the classroom. Its characteristic can be used every day to assess students of different age across subject areas of strength and in different settings. It also structured with a clear purpose and focus. Its teacher's role watches students respond to a question, study, complete assigned tasks, and listen to a student as they speak and discuss with others. Observes a nonverbal form of communication and observe the student's performance, the record observation on recording devices. Oral strategy, often used by the teacher inside the classroom. A question and answer portion wherein students develop their verbal skill on how he or she responds to the question given by the teacher. Its characteristic is to help teacher and student clarify their purpose for learning and link previous information with a new understanding. Teacher's role should ensure that all students participate, not just those individuals who typically respond with the answer. Combination strategy, used by the teacher to enhance students' creativeness of answering questions. Its examples are the portfolio. Portfolio refers to the student work collection. Its characteristic is to track student progress on a variety of assessment over a period of time. It also promotes skill of student self-assessment and goal setting, has a stated purpose and intended audience which are important in the entire process, may include entries that the student and teacher consider as important representation of learning, can provide a focus for a conference or interview involving the student, the teacher, and the parents. Teacher's role. It makes regular formative assessments during the portfolio process to determine individual needs and progress towards specified learning expectation in order to provide further instruction. And it also provides regular feedback to students regarding their performance related to the pre-stated criteria in order to help the student improve. Read the reflection and comments on the student assessment of personal learning. Personal communication strategy. It has two examples, and that is conference and interview. Conference. It is a formal and informal meeting between and among the teacher, student, and parents. Characteristic. It provides clear focus for discussion, may take place as the learner is exploring a new concept or topic, is a brief and informal and occurs routinely. Its teacher's role is to come to conference with prepared specific question to be answered. It gives individual feedback and clarify misconception and focuses on the process of reasoning followed by student. Interview. What is interview? It is a form of conversation between the teacher, parents, and students. It is also a form of conversation in which all parties increase knowledge and understanding. Characteristic. It tends to be a meeting in which involve inquiry and usually guided by planned question and occurs routinely. Teacher's role. Teachers are responsible for initial questions that guide the conversation as well as the follow and movement of the exchange that generates information during the interview which may lead to decision, agreement, and solution. Thank you so much everyone for listening to my report. I hope you learned something.